I turned this outdated dresser into something beautiful with no cost. My girls' room really just needed an update, and I decided to focus on the biggest problem, which was their closet. And in their closet is this dresser. This dresser has been with my girls since my oldest was a baby, and she is now 11. I really did not want to get rid of this dresser and buy a new dresser. I really love this dresser because of the sentimental value, but also it's just not my style to buy brand new things. I really like to make old things beautiful. So I'm just going to give this dresser a new life so that I could stay with my girls for longer. Before sanding, I really didn't know what was going to be underneath this paint. This dresser was purchased by my grandma, who gifted it to my oldest daughter when she was a baby. And so I never painted this myself. I didn't know what was underneath the paint. This was when chalk paint was really big, and I think we just over painted everything. I mean, chalk paint is still popular, but I wouldn't say as popular as it was when it first came out. And so I really was surprised with how much the wood was just beautiful underneath the paint. So I wanted to keep as much wood showing as possible. I used 80 grit sandpaper to sand all of the paint off of the wood surfaces that I wanted to be exposed. And then I went down to 120 grit. And with this drawer right here, you can see this right side is 120 grit and the left side is just the 80 that I haven't touched yet. And it really makes a huge difference when using that 120 grit. It got most of the black stain, whatever it was, off of the wood, and it just made it so pretty. This balanced green paint that I have that I'm using for the dresser, I had previously bought for my girls' room. I changed their color while I was redoing it. So I actually decided to use this same color on the dresser so that it would kind of like match together, flow. And honestly, I really loved this paint. I just wanted to use it somewhere else because that's how much I liked it. And believe it or not, I actually didn't like this paint to begin with. When I started painting my daughter's room, I got really worried. I was like, wow, this is so green. But it actually turned out so cute. I'm so happy with how the color turned out in their room. And I can't wait for you guys to see the room put together. I'm going to be posting videos of the DIYs that I did for their room. And then at the end, when it's all put together, I'm going to be doing a compilation of beginning to end for their bedroom. So if you want to see those videos, subscribe so you don't miss them. These drawers took so much concentration and time, but I really wanted the pop of green against the wood, and I wanted the wood to be the focal point. I'm going to show you guys my design idea that I'm going to go for with the drawers. You can see I got the green on here. On these two squares, and then for these dressers, you see how there's a border. I am going to do green inside this border and in the middle right here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this like middle piece. I think I might do just like wildflowers in that as well, but this part will stay wood. And to cover this like flaw area, I think I'm just going to do like a daisy and then a knob. So I think I'm going to do like white daisies and then put like a yellow knob. I think I have some wood knobs somewhere, but we'll see. And then for this top piece, it's going to be the same where the border is green and then inside here is green as well. So that's my idea and plan for this. So let's see how this turns out. I went outside and picked some wildflowers that I could use for my muse on this centerpiece. And I just got to drawing. I decided that I wanted the flowers to be on the top of the dresser and on two open spaces on the dresser drawers. And so it was really time consuming to do like the drawers and then drawing out all of the wildflowers and then painting the wildflowers individually, but I just loved the outcome of what these wildflowers turned out on this dresser. This dresser cost me nothing because I used what I had. These paintbrushes I stole from my kids, the acrylic paint I had from another project, the main green paint that I had, I used from my girls' room. It was like barely anything left. And the blue chalk paint I had on hand too. So when I tell you it cost me nothing, I mean it. Like it cost me nothing because these are all supplies I had on hand. So if you have most of these supplies on hand, I challenge you to do something similar. Like whatever you have in the house that you want to redo, try to use only the materials that you have on hand and just see where it takes you. That's where creativity sparks, I believe, is using your resources. So that's why it cost me nothing. I personally love a distressed look on antiques. So I'm just using a block sander to kind of distress the green part of the dresser and bring out a little bit more of that pink and a little bit of the wood on the corners. I didn't actually have any wood knobs on hand like I thought I did, so I ended up using the same hardware that came with the dresser. I basically just added a little bit of green paint on each of the knobs and called it good. Now it is time to put the protective top coat on. I'm going to be using two finishing waxes, one clear and then one brown, just for the extra added distressed look for the dresser. I started off by adding the clear first and putting the brown on top so that the brown mixes better. I feel like when you first put on the brown, it doesn't mix as well and it can be more concentrated. So if you don't really want something super concentrated, I would highly suggest using a clear first and then adding the brown on top. This dresser is even better than I could have ever imagined, and I cannot tell you how happy I am with it. The green and pink and wildflowers just go so well together. I hope you enjoyed this dresser transformation as much as I did, and I want to thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.